Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Cold Fire, and I will be uh, reading the energies for today. This is a love message for the 13th of February, 2023. Please like, share, and subscribe if you would like. If you would want me to connect with your energy and channel specifics according to your own situation, feel free to drop a comment in the live section and the comment section. All there is to love has been there all along. All along. When you begin to find love in people and places where you haven't found it before, it's always because you've grown. You saw a rock, the universe. So as we know, like we made up of different bodies. We don't just have this one physical body, right? Like in the physical body, we have different aspects. We have the skin, we have the bones, we have organs, and like we have fluids, and we have so many different things. In the same way, we have a physical body, we have a mental body, and we have a energy body that is our spirit, that is our soul. And in a sense, we are made out of three different worlds. We are a combination of three different worlds. They don't, uh, for most of our uh, our soul is limitless. It's timeless. It's eternal. Our mental bodies are there for us with the memories and everything. Um, Collective memory of all across our lifetime. So let's just say the spirit is eternal, it's infinite, it's endless, right? It's our soul is eternal. And in this eternity, there are a thousand years, let's just say 10,000 years, that we are in a physical body. We're alive in the physical plane of existence, correct? So our bodies get a mind for those 10,000 years. And in that, every time we're alive, so we could be like, let's say, alive for uh, 100 years, and then in the physical realm, right? 100 years. Then we die, and then a few thousand years later, we reincarnate again, and then we're alive for 100 years. I'm talking about that span, all right? So it could be more that span, like, the interim period when we aren't alive in the physical plane. We are, what are we are an energy body, right? Now, that when we incarnate in on the physical plane, right, we tend to obviously forget not only our past life, but what happened in between the two lifetimes. So that is also like a past lifetime if you think about it. But like, because we had detached from our mind, we didn't need it. We are not in a physical body. We don't need a intelligent system to keep us alive. The physical body is quite fragile. The physical plane is fragile. It can be broken. So can the energetic body be broken. So we need to figure out where is it that we have those fractures and woundings. And within the energy body, within the mental body, we have, as well as the physical body, we have many different aspects to it: emotions, thoughts, feelings, knowing, purpose. There are many things. Like I cannot put it all. I cannot compile it. I'm still learning about these things. So what I'm saying is, like, let's say if you have an emotional wounding, look, if you have if you have an emotional pattern, if you are is it has it got something to do with your physical body? Has it got something to do with your mental body? Or has it got something to do with your spirit? S- if we are if we are going to think about ourselves as three separate things, separation consciousness, then we might as well, if we are in separation energies, by all means, I'm not saying that, because you are not physically together with your person, you are you're separate from each other. Your true person, your the divine counterpart, a twin flame, soulmate, whatever you resonate with, there is a knowing that you're supposed to be with this person. It does not necessarily mean that you're a twin flame on a twin flame journey, that you have a divine counterpartship coming in. A soulmate is also a divine connection. Soul to soul connection is a divine connection, right? If we are being asked to live physically apart by our soul for some time, it's because we are supposed to look at it from the spirit world from a distance, from a physical distance. We're supposed to look at the spirit world from a mental distance as well, and look at the body. Like, that's why we say, like, practice lucid dreaming. If you are uh, do some astral projection meditations, and project your mental body in into uh, so that it can look at your physical body. Let your mind detach. Why do they say empty your mind? Let your mind go, so that you can look at the body and the spirit world from your mental body. Correct? So, I don't know where I'm getting here, but like, this is what I felt like starting with. The reason why I felt like starting with this was because this question about, oh, if they're not here with you, why are they not here with you? Like, somebody will just lash out at you. Oh, but they're with someone else. Oh, but look, like, they have this going on. Oh, look, like, they have all of these problems. What? Oh, they said this, or they said that. And then all of your, like, people who have been on this journey for like a while, right? And who have had an experience with this, like, is like, what I feel like saying in these situations, and which I do end up saying, it's like, it's different. I know he's doing this, and I know he also sees me doing certain things, and on the surface, it's just material for all of y'all to come up to us and say that, oh, uh, he's not. How can, like, he doesn't like you? Why don't you find somebody with a better future? Oh, look at her. She's not interested in you. She's with so many. She has so many friends. She's so popular, and like, I know what we are thinking in our mind. It's like it's funny. It's funny to me. Like, whenever somebody comes up and says that, oh look, he's with someone else. Like, I I just want to laugh because it's not even about that. It's really not even about that. Yes, I will respect the fact that they have a life situation where they're with somebody else, whether it be personal, professional. But it's funny to us when people are saying these things because in spirit we're just like we're right there next to each other. And whenever I tell people this, that we are always together, our souls are always together, we are all our energy body, our energies are always gravitate, like it's like magnetic with each other. Yes, there are times, like, in the day, like when I know, like, the energies are focused on doing other things, like, possibly um doing household chores, like immediate things, like, and you need to gather all your energy to focus on the work in hand. That is different. But even during that, it's like, and our energy bodies are in constant communication. It's like, and it's instant, it's at the same time. So, like, I know I'm doing this reading on YouTube for whoever wants to connect, whoever connects with it, and I know he's listening. I know he knows that I am doing a YouTube reading, and what I have said and what I have felt. Like, I know my person's energy is very silent at the moment, and this has the. We have had zero physical communication. We have had uh, for a very long time, we have not spoken or shared anything with each other. The last time we spoke, it was a spat, it was a falling out on the surface. And then it's like, all throughout the spat, I was thinking, okay, what is the the code language? Okay. And I instantly knew, like, he didn't mean to say the things that I said, and I also knew what he meant to say. And at the same time, he knew I didn't mean what I said, and he also understood what I meant to say. But it's still hurtful that, physical separation is still hurtful, because physically, we are still in physical bodies, right? We are still on the physical plane. We have not left the physical body, and we are not living in the higher dimension as energy bodies. We we have a physical incarnation right now. So our physical aspects, yeah, it's like, energetically we are immersed in this love story, like, cancer, like, it's like this yin and yang symbol. You have to understand, with this one soul, you're energetically, uh, always together, always together. Whatever is being said, whatever is being compiled by the mind to be spoken by your mouth, is because when the two physical bodies uh, of the two souls who are energetically in union, married energetically, right, to each other, that is divine counterparts, twin flames, soulmates, whatever you resonate with, they actually meet in person. It's like a very, very big achievement on a cosmic level. because these are two souls who have lived so long, so many lifespans, and then the breaks when they died. And finally, in this lifetime, they are ready to meet and uh, and realize the oneness of them too, the singularity of the two of them, and live the rest of their lives here in singularity consciousness, in unity consciousness. Uranus, change. It's time to change our perspective. Time to definitely change our perspective here to singularity consciousness when it comes to this connection. Aries, act. Maybe you need to take some action. Maybe you need to contact this person that you are thinking mostly about. While I was speaking, progressions journey, or they are going to take action. So you, if you're feeling like this is your situation, right? You are contemplating about these things, like, if you're energetically so together, if you're able to read each other's minds and know what is the truth in spite of what is being spoken, what is being seen, and where we are at, all of the distance and all of that, right? If you are there, if you're resonating with this, then uh, possibly it's it's that the divine masculine right now, whoever finds themselves in the divine masculine polarity, or the divine masculine, whoever is the divine masculine counterpart, or a masculine in the masculine energy, is ready to act, ready to take action. And the divine feminine polarity, we have the moon here, so it's like, and Aries is the emperor, that is a divine masculine energy, right? According to tarot. And we have the moon here, that is a divine feminine, right? So the divine feminine is going to have to immerse in in the frequency of union and hold space for this connection to come into singularity. Because from a disintegration, duality, now we are really finally moving into singularity. That is the intended progress, that is the written progress of the soul journey, the divine connections that we share with another soul. Source is singularity, the sun, right? Like I was just saying, that we're moving into singularity. We have the progression is happening. It's like a transit. We're changing over from feeling that them not being there physically present to them now actually going to be physically present. Being all there is to love has been there all along. Like we have to we have to we have to be able to see this. We have to be able to have this unity consciousness. When we say body, it's still a body, the physical body, the mental body, and the spiritual body, right? The spirit body. Under a separation consciousness, under disintegration, the physical body wanted one thing, the mental body wanted, yeah, one thing, the soul wanted something else altogether, right? And there was discord, discontent, right? And that's when we didn't we were quite the possibilities of us crossing paths. Like you all might have been in the same vicinity for years and years, going to the same places, because all the three bodies of you were being were looking in completely different directions. You all might have not even noticed each other, right? You all have possibly met on the internet and then got separated from here. Physically, you all might have been in the same space, but like, be doing completely different things. And then you had this energetic pull, like, weird, crazy energy going on where, your souls like were trying to meet each other, right? Now from that, it when you could put your mind, physical body and mental body, mind and body alignment, when that happens, like, I'm going to take care of my body. I want to make sure that, my physical, like, I'm using my mind to make sure that my physical life, my material life, my body is is um, is taken care of, right? So when you start, let's say, meditating, sleeping well, eating well, or even consciously, when it becomes second nature to your mind, when it becomes as easy as breathing for your mind to be able to take care of your physical body, that when that then you come to duality. It's like the mind and the physical body versus your spiritual body, that is your soul, right? At that moment, I feel at that moment is when you are there, right? Your mind is working it all out. It's the connection between now your spirit and uh, your s- your soul's journey and your physical journey. Now it has to intelligently make sure that these two worlds combine. These two worlds combine. The mind has figured it out. The mind has figured it out. It's figured out how to make sure that the soul's journey and the material world, physical world aspects of this journey are the same. That is unity consciousness. Why? Because the mind ascended the consciousness of earth itself, ascended, and twin flames, divine counterparts, soulmates, they raised the frequency so high, so high by energetically knowing, working on themselves, like, being guided by their soul, being on a spiritual journey, shedding materialism, shedding duality, and trusting in their spirits, trusting in the soul, trusting in the source that is the spirit, right? So the mind got so much intelligence because the spirit said, come live with me at source. It got a lot of intelligence, and it has it then, in the dark night of the soul, that is what happened. The mind shuts down, right? And it can immerse itself back into source, that is the spirit, that is the soul. It's immersed itself. So the divine feminine polarity has immersed itself in source for a very, very long time. That's why there is change and there is progress. So she, the divine feminine counterpart, it has, and we switch polarities. Okay, so like the if the divine feminine counterpart is in source, right, and the divine masculine is in the 3D and in the material world, or in the mental world, like, duality, like facing duality, right? And suddenly, like, the polarity switch, the person who was in masculine polarity would is capable of going into the divine feminine polarity, and then obviously, like, it's like, again, that ascension and descension process that happens. There is some time, like earth time, that is spent in that. It takes a while, and that's why our heads are all spinning. But now the divine masculine, both the divine masculine and the feminine, the divine feminine, since the past like 6 months, uh, has been quite quite permanently at source. And the divine masculine, like, and there wasn't a shift of polarity happening, because the divine feminine was refusing to leave source, and she had completely surrendered and she wished to stay there, right? And the divine masculine has been acting to catch up to that and reach there. So it's finally happening. There's progress, there's change. So wherever you are on your journey, you will always know where your divine masculine is. If they are, if the next step is that they are going to reach source, then it is it. You will know. You will know. If you think that there are at least another uh, a, a small number of dimensions that they need to cross to get to source, then that is it. You never know. They might take that uh, chart. Your divine masculine might chart the multiple steps to the journey of multiple steps towards source faster than another divine counterpart, divine masculine counterpart, uh, does from like half a step to source. Time is irrelevant here, and honestly, it's all happening at the same time. It's just that how what are the physics telling you? Your mind has calculated it. What is the physics telling you? what what is your physical material world reality telling you? We need to be able to come with a date on our own. It is possible right now. I'm telling you, your mind has gained that uh, sacred knowledge. Our fears are blocking us. Our our doubt is blocking us, that we can calculate this, we can see it. Even if you are not sitting down calculating this, if you are watching a tarot reading, if you're on here, and if I tell you that, they are going to show up, they're showing up, our divine masculine counterparts showing up Valentine's Day, and you know that's true. You feel this knowing, you feel that it's true. On Valentine's Day, that is tomorrow, the 14th of February, they're going to show up, and they are going to take action. They're going to show up and they're going to talk to you, right? Fear or doubt, that's going to kill that opportunity, because that you're putting physics into the matter now and pushing it even further. So if you are that uh, afraid of something, when it comes to you and them coming together, that is something that is a hint that you are not ready yet. Your physical life is not ready yet. If you have a doubt, then you need more intelligence. You need more intelligence. What is ready to go so I can grow? Burn. Am I receiving peace? Reverse. Soothe. Again, like the divine feminine needs to hold space when, and she needs to continue being in a place, a peaceful place, so that she can receive the divine masculine with their, they have just burned through a lot of like physical world aspects, which are fears, and then mental blocks, which are doubts. They have burned through all of those, and they're charging forward towards you. And when they reach towards us, and when they reach us, we need to be in a place of peace physically. We need to be, when they approach us physically, they should know that, okay, yeah, sure, y'all are going to be excited, you're not going to be shy, y'all are going to possibly have a banter, there's going to be some kind of excitement in the air, but your energy should be stable. You should be a vessel that will accept their energy and balance it out. Let's get some tarot on this. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? And what are they wanting to say? Two of Swords, for what are they thinking? It's like they're thinking about too much of about what to say, and like they're ready. They know that uh, they know that they want to initiate conversation. It's just that they are so confused about what to say. Like one second their mind is saying like uh it's all of this, like all of this crap that people have been talking to them about you, divine feminine. Like, they like they've been saying that you are this, you're that, and la 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 la. You have a lot of options. You're the devil. You are so that has left, like a lot of confusion. I mean, they obviously they trust you. They know that you are and your connection is very different. It has but this is negativity spoken in in their ear against you, right, divine feminine. They have, whatever other people have spoken to them has just been extremely conflicting and confusing, because they know that you are the princess, queen, and goddess, right? That empress, the true empress. They've always known, even before you've met, even before. Uh, it's 10 o'clock. Even when they were a child, like they knew that there is this particular person, and I'm like I sense her, and maybe till y'all actually met in the physical world, they were possibly like they their other experiences of life, experiences with other people in different types of romantic relationships, or when they try to possibly date, or if when they're seeing the type of women that are there around them, like who could have been a possibility. Uh, they always find something conflicting with them when it comes to that. And there is and and the so all throughout their life, like with their experiences, have been very confusing, and uh, they've been opposed to their knowing of you, like completely opposite. Like we have the devil here, and then we have the empress at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck energy is just give me a second. So till the time they were thinking about, till the time they met all the experiences that they have had are now just really confusing. And also, whatever that have been very confusing, whereas they were very clear. They are still very clear about you. There is a clarity here when it comes to the divine feminine. But except the divine feminine, everything else feels like confusion coming from this energy of, like, manipulation or and conflict. And also whatever other people might have spoken about you, it was absolutely confusing because they have an eternal knowing of you. And that was possibly that was they're thinking, they're understanding, like, this is where the conflict with other people was arising, because they don't they don't know the real her. They're incapable of being the real her. They're seeing these other people, like, the other options, especially other women, right, like, as the devil. Like, they're so uh, they're in conflict with almost everyone in their life. Their mind, like, and they're speaking to a bunch of people who are around them, and just like going through that and thinking that they're all devils, because they end up always saying something about you which is so awful and evil. Energetically, it's awful and evil. They might be saying that, oh no, divine feminine is such a sweetheart, but, like, the energy that comes through is like so envious and jealous and spiteful. Whoever it might be, it's like they know that they're lying. And because of that, they are in conflict with a lot of people in their life. They're thinking about arguing and fighting and debating with other people. They're thinking about these debates that are going on with many people when it comes to you. They're, they're processing this very heavily, like, kind of standing up to you, like being very vocal, that it's my divine feminine for me, and all of y'all can uh, take a high. They're ready to tackle all the different perspectives in which this conflict has arisen previously when it came to you. And this is external. It's like they're ready to face these other people, external, all the karmics. Possibly they know that this conversation is coming up. What are they feeling? They're resting from. They're feeling very tired. They're feeling tired. They're feeling like they have destroyed. They're feeling defeated. But that's like, they're fooling themselves. They're feeling defeated when it comes to understanding the future, what the future holds for the two of you. They're defeated, but at present they're feeling like they need to really rest. They're feeling very, very, very tired. um it's like when they look back, or look back at look towards the comic situation, they They're feeling like they made a really, really big mistake. It was literally self-sabotage. They see how the karmic has stolen everything from, like, not stolen, they just like took it, made them abandon all hope, like made them feel hopeless. They're definitely looking at the karmic, and they know what deception, uh like how the karmics made them feel like, it was all, they were the villain, they were the bad person. And right now they really want, they're feeling very, very, very exhausted from this karmic battle here. And they definitely are looking to move forward from this. They have gained the insight, like, there's some kind of sacred secret knowledge, like, four swords and the hangman coming in here, coming through to them at this time. And they know very clearly, like, it's like, they know where the problem stems from. It's like the karmic gaslighting them. The karmics were hurting them so much, and then making them feel like it is they who are at fault, and giving them a false sense of uh, loser vibes. And that is what they are fighting against, like, because there is ultimate clarity when it comes to you and how they feel about you. And that's why they're in conflict with these people, and they're getting rid of all of the confusion. We're going to do clarification. But, like, the entire mess, the chaos, they want to get rid of it, like one conflict at a time, one karmic conflict at a time, like whoever it might be, old people, strangers, family members, friends, like, when they speak, when when they speak about what their love life is supposed to be. And I think they've spoken to almost each and every one in their life, and each and every one who's around them physically know that it is us, the divine feminine, that they feel this pure love for, this clear and the spark of inspiration to move towards, right? And then the karmic is, and that makes they know that the karmic is going to raise conflicts and try to create chaos again. They know the karmic's plot, let's just say. As as they realize our divine masculine's energy moving towards us, that they're inspired to move towards us, they will speak some kind of chaos. They know that is the karmic's pattern. That is the karmic pattern. As soon as they feel the divine masculine and divine feminine and energy coming closer together, they will they will come in with some kind of conflict, and create a lot of confusion in the middle, like a lot of, that is what we call karmic interference. This is how they do it. They start fighting with the divine masculine. They will start creating confusion for the divine feminine, right? So they're feeling, the divine masculine is kind of feeling, our divine masculine is kind of feeling like this was definitely self-sabotage, because they should have seen this. They should have seen that people would treat your connection like this in the physical world aspects. And they feel that they should have thought more deeply about it, and now all of those thoughts, all of that wisdom, like they're suddenly now thinking deeply about it, right? They're feeling all of this information and knowledge and knowing and wisdom just flooding in. And we have change here, we have Wheel of Fortune here and Uranus change, so their feelings are changing and they're becoming more progressive, like with the Two of Wands here. They're feeling more, they're leaving the karmics out in the cold. Karmic ending, definitely change, complete change, happily ever after, possibly some kind of sleepless nights happening, dreams, uh, yeah, but sleepless nights, like the home is not a happy place right now. They're home wherever they're living, possibly with the karmic families and or karmic spouse, or it might be ex since it's ended already and it's really stressful. Um, so maybe this person had uh, s- um, acted on their feelings, acted on their feelings, and energetically started um, moving out and venturing out, leaving the karmic, rejecting the karmic energy altogether. And then because of the karmic's pattern of creating, and as soon as like the divine masculine kind of energy feels the need to move away from the karmic, it's naturally going towards the divine feminine, right? So the karmic is definitely felt rejected and out in the cold, and tried to, possibly there were a lot of conflicts and a great many confusing times, and then the divine masculine turned their back on all of that as well, which caused ending, very dramatic endings that might have left some dramatic energy, anxiety, and very very strong heavy mental energy. Maybe the karmic was left a lot of toxicity uh, in the household, in the family unit. That's why they're unable to sleep, and they're also at the same time in this like uh, sub sublime state, lucid state in their waking hours. They're possibly looking at something like an opportunity to like like they're healing. They're healing right now. They're healing the karmic interference, and the feeling like coming towards you. But there's a lot of turmoil. It's just energy, and I feel that this is a very, it feels like a very short energy. And why? Because we have changed twice, like this is going to shift into something in the next 12 to 10 hours. So you might want to check out the other lives that I do later on in the day. It's a very short energy. It's a very, what I'm channeling is something that will change very soon. What are they wanting to say? This is, we have the Hierophant, the Nine of Cups, Six of Pentacles, and the Tower. My God, it's like they want to say that they have they have heard the higher self. Like, they probably had a vision of some sort, because we have the hangman and the hierophant as a pair here, right? They had a vision of some sort from their higher self, like of a higher state of consciousness. And I wanted to say that, like, I'm back in that higher perspective, and I'm here to stay. I want to venture the rest of my life with that. Like, it's like they've been depleted. Their soul energy has been depleted because they've been around some like very low vibing feminine energies, very hedonistic, like, drinking, possibly drinking a lot, uh, around people who are in very, very low vibes all the time, crying, cranky, always needing some help, always telling some sob stories, unable to ever get up. And so the big, they were trying to tell you that they were surrounded with too many low vibing souls, and they've just like thrown them all out. Look at those ghosts here. This is the tower card. They've ended all of it, and they've left a karmic behind. They've left a karmic situation behind, just because it was too low vibing for them. It was too low vibing for them. The hedonistic lifestyle, like, you see these, like, these type of people always looking for a handout, and the possibly, like, the divine masculine counterpart spirit guides needing to having to always like take care of these other people, like for example, like, and the divine masculine needed some spirit guidance on his work situation, on his finances, or things like that. The karmics always interfered and came up with some sob story, especially these low vibing females here, or couples. They would always come in and be like, I need help with this. I am so sad about this. And help me, help me, help me. And then the divine masculine used to be compelled to send his spirit guides, guardian angels, to help them out instead of help out these low vibing people instead of them, just because he was he was giving them a benefit of the doubt. Let's just say, divine masculine is saying that I was giving them a benefit of the doubt. Like, let's say if they get a handout, even if I give them a handout, right? Let's see if their spirits raise. But no, they didn't. That's why they had to throw them out of the house, possibly their karmic spouse, family members, uh, business associates, or people in who were just like there in their physical world reality, who were, I'm not getting a very good energy, like, they're coming from a, not, it's not like it's bad energy, but just like there's a lot that they're burning down, like, there's a lot that they're burning down, and that's what they want to say. And they want to peacefully sail away, like with this ace of cups, like, this, they want to possibly peacefully sail away into a life of true love, true love. They they they're trying to say that, I haven't really felt this genuine love for anyone other than you, and they feel the vision that you have for the world, or how we can live on the world, like inside themselves now, like, they feel that it is time for both of you to explore the world of, uh, like, in the right way, and they're thinking and wanting to say that, everybody else, like even divine feminine, everybody else in your life, they're they're trying to tell you that, no, they also don't. I have seen it from a higher self perspective. Divine feminine, the people in your life also are, you possibly need to throw them out and set sail. Let's set sail with each other. Let's take the ship forward. And you're learning to hold space for that. You're learning to wait for that till they actually physically reach us, divine feminine. We are learning to hold space for that, a uh massive ending for and new beginnings here, like, with the Ace of Cups. Like, this is what they're truly wanting to say. Ace of Wands, this is what they're truly feeling and are being in, are thinking about saying, like, this, like, let's just get some clarifications. Let's clarify what they want to say. I'm getting, I'm not uncomfortable, but it's just like, it's like the last step, right? And then it all changes, and there's changes happening, like, that's all that's happening, like, really fast, and it's happening really fast. So the energy, while I mean, it's shifting so fast that by the time I read something, even when I was not reading cards earlier, like my intro, like, the energy kept shifting, it kept shifting, it kept shifting continuously. So I was being asked to, like, talk about this, it's fast progression, fast progression. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this energy shifting. It might look a little bad and like, "Ooh, oh my God, what is this?" Like, are they wanting to just like leave, or like, what are they resting? And what is this conflict? Like, and why am I just there? Like, why is this Ace of Wands here? Like, what is Ace of Cups doing here? Because everything is just changing. All of this energy is changing. And what is it finally changing to is like Ace of Cups. There is us here, the Emperor showing up here in their thoughts. They they have a feeling and longing. They know it's time to look for the happily ever after, the Ten of Cups. It's not that they it's not where they're stuck in. It's not in this situation where they're constantly making a fool of themselves, right? They know it is ahead, it's coming up, like, and then um, it's like the higher self is showing up. So they're going to be communicating with you. Their higher self is speaking to you and saying to wanting to say that, what the hell is all of this? What is this hell kind of set of people that you have in your life? Just throw them out and move away with the divine feminine. Let's see, clarifying the Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Like, a group is breaking apart, definitely breaking apart. A group of people, maybe the bunch of karmics, they are being dispersed. And, like, I see them like disappearing, and all the chaos and confusion and conflict that they were causing is also disappearing along with them, along with that. uh Seven of Cups and Ace of Wands clarified the Ace of Cups. Yeah, they do they are. they're really confused about how to approach you, like, when they think about it, when they know, when they feel that spark of inspiration to come and speak to you, they're very clear. But then when they actually try and process it, they're like, where do I start? And then it's like, okay, even if I start talking about my uh family, I know I'll be like, my family, blah 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 blah, and immediately, I love you, will you be with me? Like, it's like they want to have this deep conversation, and they're really they're thinking very deeply about which topic to and begin. So it's possibly like, they're inspired to have a deep, 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 deep conversation with you. It's just that they don't know which topic to begin with yet, and that's very confusing. I'm getting a very excited feeling, like, what do I say to her, what do I start, how do I start talking to her? I love talking to her, like, I love talking to my divine feminine, etc., etc. uh Clarifying, what are we clarifying now? Two of swords and the ace of wands. We have the daughter of cups. Yeah. It's like they're finally seeing this, they're finally seeing, able to see what is it that their soul wants inside their mind through this conflict, because their energy is more focused on the ace of wands. That is the spirit of the spirit being channeled inside the mind, and that is kind of opening up another dimension or another perspective, like, a frequency. And it's like they're leaving this conflict when it comes to knowing them, their own self behind. Like, they're letting it like float away, like they're floating into their self more and more, and leaving conflicting thoughts about their own selves or their own knowing uh, behind. Seven of Cups and Devil, clarified by the Six of Cups. Like, it's like their past is very confusing. Their past is very confusing. They're saying like, the past is so confusing. It's unbelievable and very, very, very toxic. Uh, with some of with almost in every category, like, because they're right now, their thoughts are really focused on the karmic situation, and their past karmic situation. It's in the past, though. The karmic situation is in the past, and they know that the karmic situation, it might be job, it might be just about anything. Like, a certain locality is filled with karmics. They were born in a place, like in a city which is just heavy on karma, in a family, like all of the above, and so below, right? Their roots in this lifetime, in this particular lifetime, is are based were based in a karmic situation, but they are a divine soul. They're on a divine journey. Uh, they are able to hold you whole and soul, and only you in their space, uh, right? Us divine feminine, right? They're able to hold us, right? That behold us in their energy field completely. So they're on a divine journey. So that is what is confusing them. They're like, how the hell did how is my past, my entire life, like, about these toxic karmic connections? Like, it's like they're very confused as to why did they have to go through that. Yeah, why did they have to go through this conflict? Like, why did they have to go through these blocks, these karmic blocks? Like, It's like, they're disassociated from it. They're disassociated from their past. Like, they feel like the past had nothing to do with them. Yeah, their energy like is charging forwards towards us, divine feminine. They're resting. This is what they're resting from their karmic past. Clarifying the four of swords, clarifying the devil and the five of swords is like the four of swords, like the karmic past. They're resting their mind from the karmic past. A five of swords and four of swords clarified by the judgment card. Like, they have been they have liberated themselves from this karmic delusion that the karmics had planted in their head, that they were the losers, they were the ones who had sabotaged their own life. It's like they've liberated themselves from it. And also, like, kind of, they know who are these people and their strategies of keeping them in low spirits, keeping them tired and wanting having to rest more. They understand the plot of the karmic very well, very, very, very well now. And it's like no more and never more. It's like it's done. They're like, it's done, and I'm going to pray. I'm The karmics are like dead to me, and I'm dead to the karmics. It's like this is where they're reaching. They have reached, like, that energy just shifted, and it's there to stay now. Like, it's done. Like, they want, like, the end to the karmic situation completely. Yeah, messages are coming in. We have the Daughter of Swords, clarifying the Four of Swords and the Hangman. Like, messages are coming in more smoothly from the higher dimension, God, the Holy Spirit, the spirit guides, the new spirit guides, different perspective, information, and knowledge from the celestial realms is incoming slowly and steadily, and very, 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 very beautifully. And that the spirit guides are looking into the spirit guides are on duty. Let's just say that the divine masculine spirit guides are on duty. Uh, we have the Ten of Pentacles clarifying the Four of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So there is some information coming about this new financial opportunity, or a new financial start, new financial stability, and they are having to show a lot of faith there in that situation. That faith faith within their mind, knowing that their mind has cleared enough. Their third eye chakra, the crown chakra, has opened up. The third eye chakra, right? The third eye chakra and the crown chakra has opened enough. And it's like permanent change, like, kind of a thing. It has opened. Now it's wide open and receiving information. So they are now, instead of having self-deceptive thoughts, they have uh, faith affirming thoughts and faith in their own mind. Like, they trust and have faith about their mental capacities. Finally they're able to see it, like, uh, God and the spirit guides are showing them in the most beautiful and profound way that, hey, divine masculine, look at what your mind is capable of conceptualizing, seeing, making come true, right? So, and this is what you're going to get by unlocking these mental abilities and these mental strengths and faith in your own mental abilities and strength. Come, like, in the future, they're seeing it. We have the Three of One, the vision of the future. They're getting a vision of the future right now. as we speak, like it's getting downloaded, and they're actually able to see it. Wheel of Fortune and Five of Swords clarified by the Father of Pentacles, that is the King of Pentacles. Hmm. They've been gaslighted by somebody that they thought that had it all, but that's kind of shifting into realizing that these this person who seemed like a wealthy person, had steady wealth or some kind of abundance. They were the ones who were gaslighting them as well, and now they're getting like that information, the ability to see and destroy that gaslighting that was done by this person who they thought had a steady material world foundation and knowledge and things, and and of that sort. But since they now know the mental abilities that they have, the god level of mental abilities and skills that they have, and the visions and the concepts that are there in their own mind, the original concepts that that god has given them to work with, because god has faith in their mental uh, skills and abilities enough to give them this kind of a bright future. It's got amazing this is the most amazing vision and futuristic energy, and this like uh energy of wealth and abundance, like you're with the 10 of pentacles. Like it's always been there, and now it is coming into fruition, because the divine masculine has actually now understood how to focus focus their mind on uh, focus on what their mind is showing them, what their mind is able to compile, versus what other people are showing them. And they understand that it's all the other people are just showing them, they're showing them something that is always gaslighting the divine masculine. Other people are showing wealth to gaslight our divine masculine. And our divine masculine is realizing that me having believed these people, especially this person who they trusted, who thought had a hang of the material world resources and financial stuff. um, they realized that they were only saying these things, they were only projecting having a steady material world understanding to gaslight them. So our divine masculine has realized that they've been gaslighted by this person who they had a lot of respect for, when it came to their material world of abilities. And not only that, that them picking up some kind of thought process, thought forms, or believing that okay, this is the way that you think about the material world, how do you say, stability. The mindset that this person had, our divine masculine ended up giving them some sort of benefit of doubt, or some credit, and thought about it, and then the more they thought about it, the more their mind was rejecting it. And it was also that our divine masculine minds were also saying that no, this kind of thought process that this person has, this one who is projecting having material world and financial understanding and stability, whatever their strategy, their vision, whatever they're showing you is to only gaslight you. And if at all you were to think about implementing their actual strategies, like whatever they are, like if you've gone through their books, if you've understood their mindset of how they actually work their finances out, you would know that this is absolute destruction. It is not. It is the most unsafe. You will always feel that the divine masculine has understood that if they implement uh and from example, like actual real life experience with this person, whoever this person is, actual experience with this person, financial, like actually understanding how their finances work, financial what is a mindset regarding the finances, and what is the actual material world resource setup of this person. And when after deeply thinking about it, they realize, and also reflecting on the times that they actually worked with this person possibly, and implemented their financial and material world strategies, they realized that they always felt like they had these swords hanging on top of their head about to drop. So maybe this person was involved in something, this person made their money through some nefarious stuff, like or money laundering, like turning black money into white, right? They were constantly working to, they were possibly doing that. And it might have been 4 to 5 years since they got into this person pulled divine masculine into it for possibly 10 years. And after 10 years, yeah, 10 years, they've realized 10 10, like it's 10 10 is ending, and fortune, wheel of fortune, and the 10 of pentacles is another 10 10, right? Combination. They realize that it's unsustainable. It's unsustainable, and they're looking to see a much more better perspective on this. And now they have the capability of understanding what really is a good way of venturing through this world and life with a better perspective of leaving this behind. They're just like leaving this behind. um Hangman and the Hierophant clarified by the Temperance card. It's like somebody interfered with this process. Like there was a time when they weren't able to connect with their higher self as easily, and that was killing them from the inside. Like this is what I want to tell you. Like uh, this is what they want to say. This is what they want to express, and they're unable to express it to anyone else. Yeah, and there were some. Uh, they were possibly like these low vibing people, like these hedonistic people, they indulging in substance, which they had to kind of be there. And it was like they were, they want to say that they had to really reduce themselves to literally nothing, their energy, to go through this, or to interact with these like low vibing feminine, or these like just waste, people, like wasted women, like I don't know. They're It's like this person is trying to say, like, they've made met some like really waste of women, like wasted women, too many of them. Anyway, uh, Nine of Cups and Six of Pentacles, clarified by the Ten of Swords. They're saying that they've put an end to that, keeping themselves in this situation and keeping themselves small around these really low vibing feminine energies or actual women, females, and also these couples that constantly are draining guidance, their spirit guidance, like where they have always were having to redirect their spiritual guidance. Um, Six of Pentacles and Tower clarified by the Father of Wands. Like again, like they're standing up to throwing these people out of their life. It's like they feel like, these these couples always in need and desperate for a handout, and these wasted, always wasted people, always drunk and always not drunk, sorry, like always sad and upset, like, these damsels in distress, and these couples who are doing so much to be together and work things out in life, like, they're ending these situations and sending them, blasting them out of their life, like, they feel like they're just ghosts lingering around. They feel so disconnected from them and completely far away from them, that, a physical human being actually, all of these people are physical human beings, like, who they had to be amongst, and that's why they had to reduce themselves. And now that they have gone into a higher perspective, now these people, because the situation that you find such a low vibing, feminine, low spirit, like damsel in distress, and distressed couples, uh, they are only holding us back and keep it. They are only found in very, 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 like, miserly situations. Like, let's say, have you watched the TV show Westworld? Like, one section, they have the samurais, and one section they have like a civil war kind of thing going on, and one they have the cowboys. So basically there are different, it's like, then there are red Indians, like, uh so there are very many different, like, setups within Westworld, and you can choose to play the scenario, like who is visiting, like, so they feel that this scenario, the entire situation is so small, it's so small, it you have they couldn't, they had to keep their higher self on hold, the guidance that they were getting from the higher self on hold, and at the same time they they had uh, they they had to redirect their spirit guides, their angel guides, to other people who had messed up big time, these couples, possibly, like, they made bad investments or made it look like they made bad investments, and they need a handout because they have this marriage to sustain, or they have children, and their parents, they owe people money and all of that, telling them these sob stories. So they had to, like, first of all, keep their higher self on hold. Then they had to reduce themselves to a very, very, very pathetic, the most pathetic, unimaginably pathetic version of uh, someone else, that they were channeling, who was suitable to take on this kind of a low vibing situation, right? So they knew that they were showing up in a completely different person, the completely different personality. It was like a borrowed personality because they had to deal with this situation. Borrowed personality from a very, very like, low standard, miserly, like, miserable, holding on to the last breaths because they deal with all of these low vibing feminines, or damsel in distress, female distressed, completely always crying, always telling sob stories. They couldn't, their higher self couldn't interact. That personality based on their higher self absolutely couldn't interact with this. So they to preserve their higher self, to make sure that their spirit remains intact, their soul remains intact, they they just put a pause on higher self activity, higher self guidance, and that's why, and they redirected their guardian angels to like give these couples like peace, like, at least the married couples, give them peace, like give them a handout, give them some kind of a gift. But that that blew apart. Like, the spirit guides and the guardian angels can keep giving gift after gift after gift to everyone. They have abundant, infinite resources to keep giving you gift after and handouts after handouts. But these people who are always lying about being in a bad situation, they're just telling lies, and they will be ungrateful towards that gesture because they don't want spiritual guidance. They don't want spiritual gifts. They want to keep divine masculine small. This is what divine masculine understood. And he just ended that arrangement. And there was some kind of exorcism that he did performed in his life. Possibly he was with a karmic spouse that was depleting him. The divine masculine was possibly with a karmic spouse that depleted him, ended that situation, and has performed some, definitely performed some exorcism kind of a ritual, like a clearing ritual, like a proper ritual with a priest and all of that. Okay, priest is showing up here. Right. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups and the Tower. It's like they were really brutal towards these low vibing feminine, like these wasted females, like good for nothing, like, damsel in distress, just getting by telling stop story. They're very verbally brutal, lashed out, like, they have the worst things to say about these people, like very bitter, like, very not bitter, but like very harsh and cutthroat things to say to them, and cut them out um, completely, because they know it's because of these low vibing uh, females and these fake, uh, which included their own karmic spouse, possibly, because we have a hierophant and we have a couple here. This Their karmic spouse is involved with these low vibing females, right? And feminines, and it's like they put an end to this without even looking to the plot. This was good enough that they made the divine masculine was made to shut their higher self off and become like a rat like being to put up with this nonsense. So they're like, I don't care who means what to me, and who's who. And these women are horrible, the worst kind of women. And this situation, this couple, this marriage, all of that is bullshit. Interacting with such kind of women, always the damsel in distress, and this marriage business, whatever it is, it needs to end immediately. Let's clarify the Hierophant and the Six of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, we don't have the Two of. We haven't clarified the Two of Wands. Page of Pentacles, yes, brand new beginning. They want to learn. They want to learn the ways of the world. They're feeling the need, and I think they know they're thinking that you have that perspective. You know you They know that you know, and they want to come towards you. So this is what they're going to possibly talk about, like money and finance and the world. What they're going to have, like a worldly discussion with you. um we have the Knight of Pentacles clarifying the Hierophant and the Six of Pentacles. They did really try. Did really try in this marriage, but it was it was definitely a very it was a karmic situation, and it slowed them down because they had to keep their higher self on the back burner. And now, like with the Ace of Cups, they feel like they have this grand mountain to climb, uh, to reach their higher self personality and perspective and energy. Ace of Cups. But yes, they're taking the challenge on. They are. Yeah, because it's time. It's like, yes, they want this exchange. It's like there's an exchange going on between their mind and their heart, their thoughts and their feelings. And the the exchange is really great because we're getting the Chariot and the Daughter of Pentacles. We have the Empress and the Two of Wands. They're moving out forward into the future with a mind and heart connect, and thoughts and feelings connect. It's 11 o'clock. In the middle of all of that, at the center of all of it, is us, divine feminine. Anything else? We have the Strength card clarifying the Sun. Yes, so strong source integration, massive source integration. Yeah, that's what I have for you. Like, I mean, this was a stretch, though. The reading this energy was a stretch. Maybe I'm not in it right now. And I want to do these readings daily. It's just I want to practice reading energies as they come, not when I feel like it. Um, So that's what I have for you. I'm sorry, like if I'm sounding a little lost or a little scattered, but these are what the energies are like, and I want to be as natural about it, and not go too technically specific about it. But yes, I'm feeling like a little all over the place, but in a good way, in a great way. Like finally, yes, okay, this is progress, kind of a way. And I've been feeling like that since the past 2 3 years. Like I'm feeling like yes, the divine masculine has done something like really great. They've liberated themselves. Like their energy feels so light, and forward moving, forward thinking, finally in the higher self mode, finally at source, finally we are both at the same place, in this cosmic coordinates at the same time. Yeah, look at that. This the tarot cards are also like, yes, you can have it all now. 6 6, and I'm shuffling. So anyway, like, if you want me to channel your specific situation, and connect with your energies, and the energies connected with you, please like, share, and subscribe. And you can also leave comments in the comment section. I do not offer any personal readings at this moment. So if anybody is offering you personal readings, that is definitely not me under my brand name. A cold fire is an entity that I channel. And this entity is connected to me. I do not see this entity's energy connected to anyone else, not even the physical incarnation of my divine masculine counterpart or divine counterpart. Whatever polarity I might be in, masculine or feminine, cold fire is always connected to me. So if you are interested in hearing messages from him, please like share, and subscribe for your individual situation reads. The energy will come through, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.